When I watch you and I listen to your teaching, you teach a lot about, especially to the youth, I think, which is your main target,
yes,
about working together, about having education,
yes,
ethics,
yes,
personal transformation.
yes.
What inspired you to bring that message to the youth?
I studied the ministry of Jesus Christ, the message. Jesus Christ himself is a world changer. He's a revolutionary. He wanted to see the kingdom of God come to this earth, as well as see the nature of God come to the individual. That was where I started. The message of the kingdom that Jesus Christ brought inspired me to see that God has a plan for every nation, every community, and that plan is to make every nation look like heaven.
Tell me about the National Youth Summit. What is that all about?
It started like a movement first. Then from the movement, we created the summit. It was a movement for national transformation, focusing on the young people, challenging them to take responsibility to rebuild their nation. So what we do is a 3-stage project in that summit. Nigeria's educational system is built on intellectual development. What is missing is value orientation, which is why you see the gap in the society. So we built this thing on 3 major principles. The training of the heart, which is the instilling of values, morals, ethics, integrity, and all those stuff. The training of the head is where you get a lot of information, education like we have known it. But then the training of the hand is skill acquisition. Each young person finding one thing he can do in order to stop looking for or depending on the government to give you a job, because we don't have the jobs out there. So the young people are creating jobs.
And I've seen video and footage. You have thousands of youth that come out. I was shocked, actually. And how do you capture their attention? Because there's so many other things that are vying for their attention. How are you able to capture their attention?
First of all, we did a research, carried out across Africa, and we found out that the youths are classified into 7 different groups. For example, there's a group called the down and out. These people are the ones who get into crime. They don't go to school. Many of them are school dropouts. Many never got the opportunity in the first place. So we created about 3 major things. One, we use entertainment. That group, they love entertainment. So when you come to the National Youth Summit, there's a lot of entertainment, comedies, musicals, and so on. It gets their attention. We created skill acquisitions for those who cannot go back to school. Then we created an education consulting firm, and out of which we started developing different levels of educational programs. That's why we're also doing an university now. We're building an university because of these people. There are a few of them who still want to go back to school, so we can help them find their path. So at the end of the day, in the summit, you find youths from different backgrounds, religious youths, non-religious youths, and we're able to create programs to address them.
And so now you have a leadership school and various other schools. But one school I definitely want to start out with is the School of Personal Transformation. Explain what that is.
We found that the foundation for national transformation is personal transformation. In Africa, for example, people talk about infrastructural decay, corruption, and all that. And I always ask, where do we get these bad leaders? We don't import them, definitely. They grow from our society. So a bad child, a bad youth, a corrupt youth becomes a father and a leader. So we found out that if you change the people, if you change their value system, if you change their behavioral system, you've changed the nation. Because issue of corruption, for example, is purely a problem of sin. So we made personal transformation the foundation of all the projects. Because when you get a man to be selfless, when you get a man to become a servant leader, when you get a man to imbibe values like honesty, like integrity, values like hard work, and all of that, you have not only made him a blessing to himself, you've made him a blessing to his society. And that's where Christianity comes in the whole project, because it cannot be achieved without Christ and his teachings.
And I think one of the most difficult things, at least I would say personally, is getting over self, getting over me. How do you get past self to be able to see other people?
Is by showing people the benefits of service. If you just say servant leadership and you teach it, you also have to show the individual that in trying to help other people, in trying to impact other people, you actually solve your own problem. If you focus only on yourself, your world will be small. Anything you package with people in mind that is designed to add value to other people, is designed to solve problems for the other person, we end up somehow bringing back a return in your life. Money simply is the reward for solving problems, is the reward for services rendered. So we tell them, don't put money first. You will get it. And this is exactly what Jesus means by, if you put the kingdom first, every other thing will be added to you. Put service first. Look around you, look beyond yourself. What are the problems in your community? All those problems are opportunities for leadership.